Good evening. It is now 5:05 p.m. and I'm going to call this organizational meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, Mr. Stevens, we're going to start with the oath of office for our new board members, Katie Ernst and Lydia Plyman.
All right, ladies,
like
alphabetical order.
Katie's first.
Okay. I am going to do it front and center.
Okay.
So we can get you on the YouTube.
So I go this way?
Yep.
No,
You come right around here. Yep.
And then I'm going to have you sign it.
Okay.
Do you, Catherine Ernst, solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as member of the Board of Education of the Tipp City Exempted Village Schools, Miami County, Ohio, to the best of your ability, and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office and until your successor is elected and qualified?
I do.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We got signatures.
All right, Mrs.
All right,
Plyman.
Lydia.
I'm going to try to read a little differently with my inflection, but not. Do you, Lydia Plyman, solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as a member of the Board of Education of the Tipp City Exempted Village Schools, Miami County, Ohio, to the best of your ability, and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office and until your successor is elected and qualified?
I do.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Sign that. Thank you. And thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
It's official. We can get going.
All right. You know when you're ready.
Now we're to just asking to call attendance.
You ready? Mr. Stevens, can you please call the attendance?
Certainly. Mrs. McMurray,
Here?
Mrs. Dillard,
Here.
Mrs. Ernst,
Here.
Mrs. Plyman,
Here.
Mr. Thompson.
Here.
All present accounted for. We have a quorum and can continue the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens. Next, I would love a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll motion.
Thank you, Mrs. Dillard.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none. Go ahead and call the vote. Mr. Stevens, please.
Dillard,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Ernst,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Plyman.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, that motion passes. Thank you. Next is election of the 2026 President of the Board of Education. At this time, I will open the floor for nominations.
I'd like to nominate Angela McMurray for president.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Anybody else?
You get to hear me
You're fine.
typing.
I accept the nomination. And we have a motion and a second. Can you call the vote, sir?
Well, are there
Oh.
any other
Oh, I
nominations?
asked. I said, is there anyone else? Okay.
Alrighty. So we have approval to elect Mrs. McMurray as the Tipp City Schools 2026 Board of Education President. Motioned by Mr. Thompson, seconded by Mrs. Dillard. That's me calling out for Thompson. Dillard. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Dillard.
Yes.
Thank you. Ernst.
Yes.
McMurray.
Yes.
Plyman.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Next, I will entertain nominations for the election of the 2026 Vice President for the Board of Education. I'll open the floor for nominations.
Would also like to nominate Cindy Dillard.
I'll
Vice
second.
President.
I accept the nomination.
Are there any others? Hearing none, we'll move to vote. Motion was called by Mr. Thompson, second by Mrs. McMurray. Mr. Stevens, if you would call the vote, please.
Okay. Thompson.
Yes.
McMurray.
Yes.
Dillard.
Yes.
Ernst.
Yes.
Plyman.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, next on our agenda is to discuss to discuss our meetings moving forward for 2026. So first I'll go ahead and looking for approval of a motion establishing the time and frequency of the Board of Education meetings, location, and compensation for the meetings for the board members at the maximum amount according to ORC 3313.12 and 3313.202D per meeting. And you can see in the public content a recommendation. So I'll would like a motion for that, please.
Is this just a motion to
Discuss.
Just
discuss?
to be able to
I'll
discuss.
motion.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Plyman. Now I'll open the floor for discussion. You can see that we have some things on there, but I know that there might be other opportunities. So I'm gonna get out my planner. I'm old school. So I know we've had the third Tuesday of each month. So that would actually put us, our regular board meeting this month would be on Tuesday, the 20th.
Regardless of what days that we set this on going forward, I would not be able to be at the 20th if it was
Okay.
the 3rd. So I don't know if I need to make a motion or propose that maybe we move it back a week or up a week if possible, but just that week in general for me, I wouldn't
Okay.
be able to be here, and I'd like to be for the first
Yeah.
official meeting.
Okay,
If we could all agree on
Absolutely.
a different date for
Mhm.
just January.
yeah,
But in terms of the day, I know that Katie would like it to be considered for it to be held on Mondays. I personally have no problem with that, so that's just my opinion on the matter.
so we would just need to work around some of the holidays that potentially fall on Mondays. So that would be the 19th, which is Martin Luther King Day, Junior Day, and I don't know if,
Most
Yeah.
holidays fall on the third Monday.
yeah, so, yes, so we
So
can,
also the city council meetings fall on the first and third Mondays of
Okay.
every month. So I'm not sure if,
Okay.
sometimes people may need to attend the city council or
right,
vice versa, but, I'm not opposed to having the days changed to Monday either. I don't have a problem with that. I would kind of like to keep the work session right before the regular meeting. I think we've become pretty efficient with that and we're not, it just seems like we've had plenty of time, especially since we've extended it
Mhm.
to the hour and a half.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with that.
so,
How do you feel, Mrs. Lyman?
well,
I'm just concerned because I do like to attend the city council
Okay.
meetings, so just possibly maybe staggering it so it doesn't fall on that Monday. I fundamentally don't have an objection to it being that, but I am a little concerned, just to make sure that all the board docs, everything supplemental maybe gets published the week before, that Friday
Yes.
before, so that I'm not trying to
Yeah.
scramble for an hour and read everything.
Okay. So if we're looking at the second or the fourth Monday potentially of the month. So what are we feeling?
I personally think we should be earlier in the month, second Monday of the month, but maybe this first month, keep it on,
Our board reports would not be able to be ready the second Monday of the
That's
month.
what I was gonna
okay.
ask you.
Yeah,
okay?
that makes it very difficult to reconcile. Now, that doesn't mean we can't have, well, that really puts it far behind if you get the December board report the second week of
June.
February.
Yeah.
But,
What
that-
about a different day, like a Wednesday?
Yeah, so I'm normally traveling a full week, so I normally would travel on Monday or Tuesday, and then I would get back. So my request is, if we don't do on Monday, then it's fine, we can pick another day. For me, doing it on any Monday of the month it makes it easier for me to travel the other
Okay.
days of the week.
Well, I definitely agree though about staggering it with the
Yeah.
other meetings just in case. So, can we look at if we say the second, can we find another day? Does that work? To find another day for the first official meeting to have that?
Did you say the second?
The second, but it would be the 12th and that's next Monday.
But Dave said
But I
he
can't,
do
I
that.
can't
You
get
can't do
board
that.
reports.
Okay, so it would be
When
the
you say board
4th.
reports, you mean
The monthly
finance-
financial
the
report, I would
financials.
not be reconciled and everything
Okay.
ready for that.
Okay,
So essentially, if it's a Monday, it's gotta be the 4th. If
The
we're gonna
fourth
stay away from
Monday?
City council, and to give you time to get everything in order, it'd be the last Monday of the month, well, the 4th Monday.
4th Monday of the month.
And we used to hold it on the fourth Monday of the month. I'm in board docs looking back at 2018's meeting dates, and it is on the fourth Monday of the month. It just puts it
Late.
later.
So I'm gonna throw a wrench in the last one.
Can I ask a question really quick?
Okay.
Cindy, what was your, just curious, your reasoning behind wanting it earlier in the month rather than later?
Just because we may need to have decisions made on certain things. Maybe there's deadlines that are earlier in the month than later in the month. I'm not sure, that's a Aaron and Dave question, really, if those types of things happen.
And we always have the possibility of scheduling a special meeting if we have to. I know that we didn't have many
Yeah.
of those
Yeah,
in the
that's
last
true.
couple of years,
Yeah.
but I mean that is a possibility. So I'm okay with the 4th Monday of the month. However, I hope he's not watching this video or pause it. Dr. Merton English is getting recognized in Columbus on Monday the 26th at a dinner, and I'm supposed to be there recognizing him. So can we find another day for that first meeting?
So the 27th, I am home. that day
27th?
Of January.
27th? Can 27th send? What you got?
Sold.
Doing it on that Tuesday, the first one on the 27th?
So a week later than our normal meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
A Tuesday.
Just for this month.
Just for
Yeah,
January.
Just for this month, and then the fourth.
And then it'll be the 4th,
Fourth
yeah, and then
Monday.
it'll be the 4th Monday.
Works for me.
Okay, wait a minute, I just totally went over my head.
Okay,
For-
so
January.
starting back, let's go with the official. It would be the 4th Monday of each month. Work
Starting in
session,
February.
starting in February.
Mhm.
And that would be February 23rd,
Okay, okay.
starting at work session at 5 o'clock. And regular meetings would be at 6:30, both held at LT Ball.
Okay. And then the January meeting date?
And the January meeting would be Tuesday, January 27th, 5 o'clock, work session, 6:30 regular board meeting.
Tuesday, January 27th. Only.
Yes.
The May meeting would be on Memorial Day.
So that one we would have to move. Do we want to do that now or wait till closer? I mean,
Set it on 26th.
yeah, what's the 26th look like?
Well,
I think that'd be a Sunday, probably.
No, that's a Tuesday,
26th of
May.
May,
You said the 27th was Memorial Day?
25th.
25th.
Oh,
is
25th,
Memorial
Yep.
okay.
any
So,
other holidays?
Move that to
floating
the
in there?
26th. What else we got?
March is spring break.
Thank you, voice in the back.
It's Liz. You're welcome.
Oh, March is spring break.
It's
Or no, it's the
December
30th.
28th.
The 30th, that's after spring break's over.
Yeah, March is yeah,
No,
that's,
The fourth Monday, I'm looking in the wrong year.
nope, there's
Oh,
5
yeah.
Mondays in March. So that is, spring break. Do we want it? Are you all here, not
I-
here?
I can, I can make that work.
Kyle?
Oh,
I think I'm around.
I'm not going anywhere.
Me either.
Yeah, I'll make it work wherever we landed.
Are you sure?
I don't believe I'm traveling or anything like that. I think I'll be around, so.
Lydia, what about Monday, March 23rd?
I don't have any conflicts.
Okay, Cindy, what about you?
Who knows? I might be on trip. I will have a conflict in June because I
Okay.
will be on a 13-day cruise in the Mediterranean.
Coming with. Board meeting on a cruise ship. I
I'm
like it.
retired. I can do whatever I
Okay,
want.
so we're okay with the March 23rd, so we'll leave that one. Are you here?
I don't go
Are you
anywhere
here?
either.
Wow. I was. Okay. So we're good. And then anything else that, might pop up, we want to be, cognizant of everybody's lives. We're all juggling multiple things. So if something does come up, just let us know so we can talk about it and try to move. I mean, it's great when all 5 of us can be here together. So,
Very
Okay.
cool.
Before we vote on that.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a problem then to have all the stuff uploaded by Friday before? That'd be, I guess, a Dave question.
No, this one just because of the holidays and everything,
Okay.
and then waiting on the information from the county auditor,
Yes.
which
Is
didn't
delayed.
come, but, yeah. Normally, maybe some minutes or something might get a little bit later, but usually that's all there.
Okay.
So I am.
We will make sure that we'll make sure it's there.
Okay, so I am going to make a note of what was decided. Work session, 4th Monday.
Monday. At 5.
of each month, and regular meetings, 4th Monday. Except for January
Mm-hmm.
and May
I'm gonna write that down
meetings,
right now.
which will occur on the 4th, Tuesday. Fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you have the motion
I know.
updated, Dave?
Yeah, I've got it in there.
So they refresh their
Mhm.
screens, everybody should be able to see it.
Okay.
It's under my motion. It's not updated on the main site yet.
Can you update, like copy paste it into like the?
When we're done voting,
Well, just so
it'll
everybody can
have-
read it and make sure. they
Yeah, I need
understand.
to, I just would like to read it one more time,
it's,
if that's possible.
give me a sec.
Yeah.
I have to stop this meeting. Save, stop. If you hit F5 on your screens, that should refresh, and I believe you will see the updated motion. It now includes the original language that Mrs. McMurray read, but instead of having the public content that originally said the 3rd, it's now discussing the 4th Mondays of the month, except for the 2 Tuesdays we've discussed.
Okay.
So now I have to hit refresh too.
So do I need to get a motion for the amended or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get a motion for the approval of? Okay.
I'll
Sorry.
move that we
Thank
move our
you.
meetings to the 4th Monday of each month, work sessions at 5, and the regular meeting at 6:30 PM. All meetings at LT Ball Intermediate School, except for January, May meetings, which will occur on the 4th Tuesday of the month.
Thank you, Mrs. Dillard.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Any other discussion? Hearing none, can you call the vote, please?
Dillard,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Ernst, McMurray,
Yes.
Plyman.
Yes.
Okay. Motion passes?
So can I ask Dave a quick question?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So on there on public content, will that change then, public content, or does that stay on there?
Well, if you were now to look at it, it would show the actual motion underneath that states what it is. The language has been updated to what I have added into the motion. I can also note that it changed.
I had the language of the recommended action, but not the updated language there, so.
Scroll down.
It's clear at the bottom.
Oh, it's all right. I believe you.
I can see it right now.
Okay.
I see it.
Great. I just had that question. Thank you.
Yeah, and I can also add a note that says that the dates have changed. And that's not a problem.
Okay.
Damn, mine still says, see here, public content still says 3rd.
Yeah, but you gotta go this way.
Okay, got it.
All right. Here we go. Next thing on the agenda is a motion that the Tipp City Board of Education, in accordance with board policy, approve the appointment of someone from the board as the board's legislative liaison for the 2026 calendar year. So I'll open the floor to nominations.
I'll motion that Katie Ernst is our legislative liaison.
I'll
I
sec-
accept the nomination.
I'll second.
And the legislative liaison, what's the main duties?
It's in the public content, focusing on
Yeah.
legislative awareness and communication.
It's not doing anything with the policy updates because those will stay handled through Neola, but it's just if there's anything legislative that we should be aware of that doesn't come in OSBA.
It's at
So.
the CTC meetings, the person just speaks at every meeting and gives an update.
Mhm.
But did they also attend the OSBA meeting as the?
Delegate.
Okay.
No, it's a
So it could be
No,
anybody.
that's,
yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
separate, because
Yeah.
that's OSBA
Mhm.
stuff.
Yep.
All right.
But if you want to go.
We all know how much fun that was this year. Okay.
Is there any other nominations? Okay. Hearing none?
Okay, Mrs.
Thank you for doing that. Thank you.
We have a motion for Katie Ernst as the legislative liaison made by Mrs. Dillard and a second by Mr. Thompson. Can you call the vote, please?
That was Mr. Thompson that was the second?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dillard,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Ernst,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Plyman.
Yes.
Excellent. Great. Next is under treasurer's report. I would entertain a motion. What?
Treasurer's report.
Under treasurer's report.
Oh,
Under treasurer's
oh,
report?
got it, yes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the resolution adopting the alternative tax budget for fiscal year 2027. And you can see there's documents in public content.
All motion.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Is there a second?
A second.
Thank you, Mrs. Ernst. Discussion.
This is what we do every year, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're required by law to submit a tax budget to the county. The county has asked that we do an alternative tax budget. So this is actually the budget for the 2027 fiscal year, which doesn't start until July 1st, 2026. The information in this, we come up with estimated ending balances for 2026 fiscal year, and that's what we start with for 2027. My process for filling out this form is to use this year's current budgeted revenues and appropriations for all of our funds, run it through as if everything was spent with some an estimate of POs still outstanding. Those are our encumbrances. So all of that is taken into account to start with an estimated balance for 2027. And then we go through for the general fund, we're using the 5-year forecast numbers for calendar year 2027. The other thing that we're supposed to put into the forecast, or the alternative tax budget, is the anticipated tax revenues that we're supposed to be receiving. And right now, those numbers are currently unknown. Normally they're not that far off. I mean, they're unknown at this time usually from previous years, but because of all of the changes that have happened at the state legislature, the state legislation, at the state, yeah, with all of the changes they recently made to property tax bills. And we do know that the county auditor just reduced the debt millage on our project bond down to 4 mills to significantly reduce collections for this year, starting in February. But we don't know what's going to happen with all of the changes that the state made for collections for August, which is the first half of 2027's fiscal year. And so I took the numbers that the county auditors gave us for the bond issue for our 002 fund, reduced collections by what we know we're going to not receive this coming February, and then collected, and then used those numbers that they've estimated for next year. And that's all I could do. I could really only update the bond issue tax amounts. When it comes to our general fund tax collections, and that's the one that's going to be hit the most come August of 2026 and February of 2027. So I just used the same amounts that they had certified for us for this calendar year, or this fiscal year, 2026. So if you look at them, if you look at general fund, if you look at the permanent improvement fund, you'll see that they're the same in 2026 as they are in 2027. I was hoping to get some estimated numbers from the county auditor's office, but they have not come out yet. And so we won't receive those calculations officially until February. And then usually on the March regular board meeting is when we're approving the bond, or not the bond, but all of the millage rates. And so I'm not sure whose responsibility it is right now to calculate what all of the changes that were recently passed are going to do to the taxes, whether that's the county auditor's office, all 88 county auditors are calculating it, or if the state is doing something at their level to calculate it. If you don't know, the county auditors, when they assess the properties and do the reassessments, they have to send those numbers up to the state. And then the state Department of Taxation will approve those changes or not. And I know in previous years, our county auditor's office had to submit numbers 4 times before the state would say, okay, these look good. So it's not just the county auditors that are setting our valuations, it's at the state level as well. So I think there's gonna be a lot of hands looking at these calculations, or eyes looking at these calculations this year, and what those changes are, we don't know. And what's really going to affect us is because of the other law that changed, our 5-year forecasts are now being done in August and February instead of November and May. And so we have almost only a month to get all of those changes into our forecast that gets revised here in February. So we can only go with the information we have available to us. So it's going to be quite a push to try to get those numbers and get that forecast done in February. But for now, the alternative tax budget that we have submitted, these are the numbers to the best of my ability. You'll notice that the 016 fund is now done. There's no activity. The 016 fund used to handle all of our emergency levies. The state auditor's office in this fiscal year said, stop posting emergency levy money to that, start putting it into the general fund, which is not unusual for us because we've been combining the 001 and the 016 fund on all of our, it's on the 5-year forecast that way. So it'll just make it easier for us. But the 016 fund is all zeros in 2027 because there's no cash balance left after the end of this fiscal year. So, yeah.
We had lunch with Senator Huffman today, and he said because of the auditors and the state, it could be 60 to 90 days before they have an answer. I apologize for that news, but they're still trying to figure out the percentage.
Okay.
So,
Well, what I can say though is when we do the 5-year forecast, well, it's not even the 5-year forecast anymore. It's a 4-year. It's current year plus 3 future years. So they cut off the 5th year. We still calculate the 5th year for our own information, but now I can't remember what I was going to say. So never mind.
questions, Katie?
Yeah, so then by approving this, we are complying with the law by submitting
Correct.
this with the knowledge that it will be revised.
Yes.
Probably
Correct.
substantially when the numbers come in from.
Correct. So this is an original draft. I'm going to say draft because this isn't really going to be used for anything. It's just something we have to do.
Okay.
We will pass an official appropriations budget in September. Although K-12 Consulting is recommending we pass our official budget we do it in June. Normally, we're approving temporary appropriations in June, and he is suggesting to all schools that you just approve your permanent appropriations in June and be done with it. Don't worry about trying to do a permanent budget in September, just get it done in June. And that'll help when it comes to filing the forecast in August. So,
Is there typically anything that changes much
No.
in those between June and September?
no.
Yeah.
Maybe just, well, it depends on how much you appropriated. So some districts will appropriate 10% of their previous fiscal year and not do the whole year. We've done 75% in the past, and then the auditor said, well, 75% is a pretty large number, so we're going to consider that your first appropriation anyway. So I've just been putting as close to an official budget as I can with small tweaks between June and September for a final approval budget. I mean, if you go back and look, you'll see just little changes in our monthly meetings for the appropriation
Right.
updates.
Yeah, okay.
And it follows the forecast anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Other questions?
Do you have questions, Lydia? No. Why is it called an alternative budget?
I honestly can't tell you, the county can't even tell me what's on an official tax budget. The alternative tax budget is just something that they've done where they've removed the requirement to have a tax budget hearing before this is approved. They just removed that requirement so that we don't have to do it. Aaron and I actually contacted the county auditor's office and said we would like to try to do an official tax budget, and they said we don't know the forms for that. Nobody in Miami County files an official tax budget, and they couldn't give me forms for an official tax budget. So, yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
What will not voting on this today, what would that cause kind of? downstream for you? Just out of curiosity.
We would be in non-compliance with the Ohio Revised Code, and there would probably be a citation from the auditor's office for not approving the alternative tax budget 6 months before the actual, 6 months in advance. I can tell you that numbers change all the time. Something comes up, something gets damaged, something has to be replaced. You have to hire somebody different, and there goes your planning. But luckily, we can track all of those changes. So, yeah. And that's what you'll see on the monthly board report when we do the actual versus budget versus actual. You'll actually see where we start with the forecast numbers, and then you can see the changes, and I document off on the right what the changes are and why we're seeing an increase or a decrease. So yeah, we try to tie back to that forecast with actual. So, any other questions from board members that I can answer?
Thank you, Mr. Stevens. Anything else? Okay. Hearing none, could you please call the vote, sir?
Thompson,
Yes.
Ernst,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Plyman.
Abstain?
Okay. Motion passes. All right. Next is also under Treasurer's Report. I will entertain a motion to approve a resolution to advance taxes from the Treasurer of Miami County to the Tipp City Board of Education, and you can see the resolution specifics in public content.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Mrs. Ernst. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mrs. Dillard. Discussion or questions?
This is not something we have to do, but we do this in order for me to approach the treasurer, the county treasurer, and receive advances of our tax collections before the official payment of taxes is received. So we currently have community members that are paying their taxes right now, and it's going to the county audit, or it's going to the county treasurer. And with this resolution, I can go to the county treasurer's office and say that we would like to advance a portion of our collected taxes now and have that in our accounts rather than having it at the county's accounts. So collections usually, advances can start as early as late January and go through February. And sometimes collections are finalized at the end of February. Sometimes they're not finalized until March. And so it just allows us to have access to our funds sooner. If we don't pass this, then I just have to wait for the collection, or for the remittance from the county to us on their time. So. And anything I ask for advance of, the county auditor's office tells me how much I can ask for. This is what we have available. So they're the one, they would give me the amount to ask for.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Hearing none, could you call the vote, sir?
Ernst,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Plyman,
Yes?
Thompson.
Yes.
Motion passes. Next are consent agenda items, which include public records training and a new hire. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda items?
I'll motion.
Thank you, Mrs. Dillard. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mrs. Ernst. And we don't need a vote.
Well, we need to vote, we just don't have a discussion.
We don't have a discussion. We have a vote. Can you
Dillard?
call the vote?
Okay.
Thank you.
Dillard,
Yes.
Ernst,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Plyman,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Okay. Next, under new business, is executive hiring approval. Looking for a motion to approve the recommended action of when recommended motion authorizing the superintendent of the Tipp City Exempted Village School District to hire an applicant for employment on an emergency basis prior to the approval by the Board of Education, provided that such employment is approved at the next regular meeting of the Board of Education.
All motion.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mrs. Dillard. I'll open the floor to discussion and questions.
Can you clarify what is meant by emergency?
Sure. So, and this would not happen very often, but if there happened to be a counselor or a teacher that would become ill, or something would happen and they would have to resign immediately and leave, that would provide the opportunity for Mr. Moran to interview and potentially hire someone. They would have to go through all the legal background checks and everything else first, certification checks, background checks, without us having to have a meeting, but it could wait until that very next meeting. So if it would happen tomorrow, then we would vote officially on it on the 27th. So that's what that means. Has it happened?
It just happened with me. I just got approved to be a substitute teacher and I don't even have my substitute license yet. So, but it's like
different
pending.
district,
Yeah, pending. Oh, yeah,
background checks
obviously,
and-
yeah,
And, you know, it just can get the person in place and.
correct. Move it
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
We have an issue right now with a staff member that left at semester time and trying to fill that position, and it'd be a sub until we get somebody in there. And if we got a permanent person in there, the better off for the kids it would be.
What are the ramifications for the district if, say, someone is hired and then we review their employment information and we decide as a board we don't approve of
Mhm.
them? How does that function?
It-
As far as their contract, if they have one in place, or?
There's not a contract in place, they're just allowed to start
Okay,
Mhm.
sooner. The contract has to be approved at the board level.
okay.
Yep. Any other questions?
So what are we considering with this?
Um,
Are we considering approving it either as written or?
The action is inside of here, and that's what I was trying, the recommended action is a little bit.
That's what we're voting on, is the recommended action?
Correct. That would authorize the superintendent. So if you go down, there would be resolved, and so the actual action is authorizing the superintendent to hire an applicant for employment on an emergency basis prior to the approval by the Board of Education, provided that such employment is approved, and that would be the contract at the next regular meeting of the Board of Education.
And this is what we do this every year at this meeting?
Correct.
Yeah.
So this is just an annual basis.
Got it.
Are there any limits to any of the positions that this would not apply to? So say an emergency principal decides to resign, then, because we still have the function to call emergency meetings,
Correct.
correct? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. I think it would be more, not probably for that level.
Right.
But yeah, I understand a teacher leaving at semester, trying to get someone in there, so as quick as possible.
And it's not creating a new position.
No,
It's a position that already exists.
correct.
It's for,
We've done it for a custodian, like, we needed to get somebody in to
Bus
start cleaning the
driver.
buildings, because we're already stretched thin.
Subs.
Subs.
Yeah, subs, yeah. Or a teacher's aide for a special needs student or something like that.
Any other questions or discussion? Okay. Mr. Stevens, can you call the vote, please?
Thompson,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes?
Ernst,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Kleiman.
Abstain.
Okay, the motion passes. Next, under new business, I would entertain a motion to approve the retention of the following law firms on an as-needed basis and in public content that lists Bricker Graydon and Frost Brown Todd attorneys. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Do I have a second?
A second.
Thank you, Mrs. Ernst. I'll open the floor for discussion.
Aaron, can you go over what their specialties are again? I forget. Each one is like, they have specialties.
Well, they all perform, both of these are open to all, they have all the
Right.
specialties for school. The Bricker Graydon, we use them a lot really for special education recently. Frost Brown Todd's been some other issues, but Bricker Graydon also did our bonds as well, and
And we'll use them.
continue to use them as we do through
Arbitrage.
and things like that, but for general school as well. Both of these firms have that ability.
The gentleman that we had at our meeting,
Alex?
was that Frost Brown Todd?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen years ago that Bricker Graydon's kind of had some continuity with Tipp, but that Frost Brown Todd was added, I believe, last year,
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Mhm.
Was there a specific reason why they were selected? Because I see they're down in Cincinnati, so.
They actually have an office in Dayton as well, so they have offices all over. I'm not sure.
Westchester's where they're usually out of.
Yeah, I think they just do a lot of education law, from
Okay.
our understanding. So I think that's why
Okay.
someone outside of the area.
They actually had done work for the district prior to them
Okay.
as well too, with some
I wasn't privy
Yeah.
to that, so.
some other before us here. And there's some requested information, Ms. Wyman, that we're gathering for everybody to have as well.
Mhm. Any other questions or discussion? Okay, hearing none. Mr. Stevens, could you call the vote, please?
Thompson,
Yes.
Ernst,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes?
McMurray,
Yes.
Kleiman.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes. Next, under miscellaneous, is just some information for the public that I will fill this in. The next work session for the Board of Education will take place on Tuesday, January 27th, 2026 at LT Ball Intermediate School, starting at 5 p.m. The next regular Board of Education meeting will take place on Tuesday, January 27th, 2026 at LT Ball Intermediate School, starting at 6:30 p.m. Finally, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Before we adjourn, may I just address, will we have microphones at the LT meeting? Because that's a complaint I've heard from a lot of people, they can't actually hear because the building is so much larger than here.
Mhm.
And so they would be requesting that we have more microphones available so that they can actually hear.
Yeah, I'm sure we can get that
Okay,
set up.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Mrs. Dillard.
A second.
Thank you, Mrs. Ernst. Mr. Stevens, can you call the vote, please?
I missed that. Who was first and second?
Dillard and Ernst.
Thank you. Dillard,
Yes?
Ernst,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Kleiman,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
All right, and with that, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
I'll just note the upcoming Records Commission meeting is only
Yeah.
necessary for attendance by the board president, the superintendent, and the treasurer. Board members are welcome to stay. Everybody's welcome to stay if they want, but it's a committee of those three that I just mentioned. So.